What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint. Where we encourage us to live our life and live it well through the knowledge of factual truth. I'm personally encouraging you to enjoy your life with whatever you have. Don't fear of unknown. Don't have fear of unknown. Do not worry about what may happen if you speak the truth, if you live through the knowledge of factual truth. Do not compare yourself with anyone, although it will come to your mind, but you have power over your mind. You control your mind. Do not compete with anyone. You don't know where they're coming from and you don't know where they're going. So know yourself, live your life, enjoy your life. Then do not covet what they have because you don't have their problem. Let me say it again. Do not covet what they have because you don't have their problem. Let them live and live your life. So today I'm speaking on victims of faith. Victims of faith. In this world we are living in, especially in the system we are in, none of us will deny that we are not victims of faith. That is why we decided not to believe anymore, not to follow anymore, not to worship anymore, not to bow anymore, not to humble ourselves anymore, but live humanly as we ought to. When you, when you are victim of faith, it means you lack knowledge. So you have faith, you believe, you lack knowledge. And the lack of knowledge is why you claim to be child of God or people of God. And in their book, people of God perish for lack of knowledge. They will come to you saying you will perish, you will die if you don't believe what you believe, why they are perishing. They believe their suffering is the proof that their God exists, that their faith is real. Their God is almighty. As I've been saying recently, their God is on the throne while they are in trouble. Their God said, call on me in their book. I will answer you and deliver you in the day of trouble. But the fact is this. In the time of trouble, in the days of trouble, that God never show up to deliver them because that God is a non-existent liar. Empty world that white men made up for deception and control. You have seen many of them died shameful death, believing in that God. You have seen many of them kill others, believing in that God. But these people never pause to say, where is this God? The reason why they have not paused to and say, where is this God, is because they believe after death they will see that God. After death they will receive that blessing. After death they will receive that promises. So who are you to question them about their God? You don't know anything. Although you used to preach that God, used to believe that God. Oh man, if you are ex-Christians, the current Christians will say you were fake Christian. If you are ex-pastors, the current Christians will say you were fake pastors. That's why it didn't work. One of them come ranting and boss, and I was fixing her bullshit. He said, oh, you say you are ex-pastor. Oh, man, you didn't pray well. You know, that's why you are fake pastor. That's why it didn't work. Then you join Muslims. Now you sell yourself to devil. You know what aggravated them? The post I made about Deborah. killed in Sokoto State. Yeah. So they believe if you making money, if you deceiving people making money, that means your call is true. God is calling you. Your prayer is working. And that's why they are victims to those criminals. That's why they open their legs to those criminals. But when they see nude pictures, they get upset. But they open their legs, took off their clothes to have sex with their pastors, have sex with their people that are not even their husband, have sex with people that are not their wives. They took off their clothes, grab one another, kissing, romancing, fucking. But they see what they call nude picture, though it's not nude picture. They see sexy pictures. Picture that make you want to see. I want to see more. I want it. They get upset. Because ogbu mmadụ anaghị ekwe ka e were mma gaa ya n'azụ. A murderer will never trust you going behind him with a machete, no, or with gun. So I want no. And you are not his bodyguard, no, because you know what he does. You know he kills. Victims of faith lack knowledge, and that's why they are suffering. You worship what you don't know. That's why you are suffering. Africans, wake up. Faith in God, faith in book, faith in Jesus, faith in Allah, faith in Muhammad, faith in society, especially faith in parents. This has made us victims as a people. And many of us are suffering today because of such faith. But because they have that faith, they have regarded it that whatever they are suffering is their faith. That's Faith. Because they have Faith. So they regarded whatever that they're suffering or they're passing through or that is happening to them, making them to cry, making them to weep, making them to question their God, but denying they're questioning their God. Then they say it is their faith, Fate. People of God are converted people, and Africans are converts in every religion, including spirituality. Africans are converts. They are victims of faith. They were forced, trained, indoctrinated, and brainwashed to believe, accept lies as the truth. And when you show them those lies, they call you names and desire to have you killed. So I share this in 3 parts. I will take it one by one to see how we are victims or people are victims of faith. So the first part is in our communities, in our villages, in our towns, in our countries, in our nation. You see people living as victims of faith. You see them living as the religious leaders want them to live. They tell them to submit to those leaders. Religion, when you're talking about religious leaders, you're talking about politicians and clergymen. They are all religious leaders. Your president is a religious leader. That's why they were sworn in on that book, religious book, because they are religious leaders. Without religion, they cannot lead you. Religion is what they use to make you sheep or easy for control. They know when you discard religion, you will not be a slave to them. You will not submit to them. You begin to question what they're doing. You begin to rally. You begin to protest against their evil laws and commandments. They know there's a great flood of revolution coming. It is coming in our communities. It is coming in our villages. It's coming in Africa. The great flood of revolution. It cannot be stopped. It is only the work that will not be drowned. Power must change hands because the work will begin to take seats of power, positions of power, positions of authority, so that we can destroy the evil system and replace it with this natural system that benefits us all, where there's no kings and slaves, but all of us living humanly as we're supposed to. Time is coming, reasonable people are waking up to take the places of authority, position of power. No more false humility. No, but humanity in full force. People calling a spade and not a garden tool. Begin to follow facts and not people. Begin to follow facts and not imaginary beings. That revolution is coming. So we are calling on you to wake up, to be the revolution. Be the change in our communities. Is very important. Don't you see how people are living as victims in our communities by faith? These people live in a tattered house. These people live in face me and face you, but they go to cathedral, well built, furnished, painted. And when they go there, they lift up their hands, close their eyes, feeling heavenly there, feeling wonderful there. But in their house, some of them cannot afford even rate to kill mosquito in their house. You can look at your communities and see how people are living as victims of faith. If they are Muslims, every Friday they go to mosque. If they are Christians, every Sunday they go to church. If they are Jews, every Saturday they go to synagogue or temple. Yet their life is getting worse. Things are getting worse. But they tell you there is God. If you go to Africa, you hear Muslims and Christians making noise everywhere. Then in America, you see Christians making noise on television or what they wear. Muslims also how they dress. And these people will not say, why is this thing like this? Because their leaders are religious leaders and they believe their leaders represent God. So they fear God. That fear, that faith they have is based on fear. Without fear, they will not have faith. If they have knowledge, they will not have faith. Humanity must replace false humility or humility. Every humility is false. It's anti-nature. Humility is denying yourself who you are. It's denying who you are. Humbling yourself. You're supposed to be a free person, but now you humble yourself as slave. Whatever comes your way, you take it as that is how it's supposed to be. When it's not. Anything that makes you cry is not how it's supposed to be. Anything that makes you discomfort is not how it's supposed to be. You must learn to question everything and worship nothing in your community. Especially you black people, you Africans, my people, wake up. Oh, look at our community. They claim to have spiritual people with spiritual powers. They claim to be anointed by some gods. But see how kidnappers, armed robbers, unknown gunmen, Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, a lot of evil going on in the land. Yet these people say they possess some power for what? How can you tell me you have spiritual power that spiritual controls the physical? But when you hear shot of gun, you run away. A man with gun can arrest you. A man with gun can protect you. And you telling me you have power. Shame on you. Stop that. Wake up. The second part I will talk about victims of faith in our families. In our families. You see, in our families, the poor people believe the rich are members of secret cult or secret society, as we call it. Some, when we were growing up, it used to be Oboni and Amok, Ekanka. Every evening, every morning, you must hear people preaching against Oboni, against Ekanka, against Amok. But the members of these secret societies they're talking about are their fellow Christians, their fellow church members. They are the ones they are preaching against because they thought it was that secret society that made them rich and they are not. So telling them, what shall it profit you to gain the whole world and lose your soul? I will tell you what it will profit you. It will profit you to know you don't have a soul. No human being have a soul. We don't have soul. We are living soul. There's no soul in us. We are living spirit. There's no spirit in us. There's no such thing as invisible spirit. If spirit is fixed content, my soul is fixed content, person. Another word for soul is person. Another word for spirit is person. No person in you, no spirit in you. No, you are the person. You are the spirit. It's not in you. And I want to give you this knowledge. Everything about you is life. Your body, every part of you is life. It's when people try to separate them, that's how they end up in spirituality. That's how they end up in religion. Talking bullshit they cannot prove. Nobody can prove there's a spirit in you. But when you think humanly, they say it's a spirit. Some believe there's divine indwelling spirit somewhere bullshit that created them. How can you believe an invisible God created visible you when you know that like begets like? A monkey cannot give birth to goat. Invisible cannot give birth to visible. It's impossible. And everything natural is visible. You can see it if you dare to know, if you dare to see. They say no, you cannot see it because they don't see it. That's why they say that. There was time people believe metal cannot float on water. Today, we have ship. There was time they believed metal cannot fly. Today, we have aeroplanes. There was a time they believed if you're talking without anybody talking with you, it means you are crazy. Today, we have cell phone. There was a time they believed you cannot see somebody from America in Africa. Today, we have video chat. Things believe limited people from knowing before are being known. And then some stupid people want to match it with their faith. They say you cannot explain science away from God or away from religion or away from faith. No, or away from spirituality. Some say in spirituality you have science. It's a lie. It's in research you have science. When you research, you know. Science is knowledge, period. Spirituality is a belief, period. You can argue all you want, but your suffering is my evidence. It's in the poor, in a religious family where people are victims of faith. They believe somebody is after their destiny. Somebody is after them. Some of them will say give to the poor, but they don't believe receiving from the rich because they believe the rich is taking their stars. If your star is that wonderful, why can't you use it yourself? You say this person made money through money ritual, then why can't you do the same thing? It's money. Money is money. There's no such thing as blood money. It's money. You say this person killed to make it. What make him different from the person that lied to make it? So when some people were arguing about rituals to make money, I said, what is ritual? It means service. It's the same thing when you do anything to make money. It's the same bullshit. But you think it is the killing that make people, or the blood. It's not. The killing or the blood they brought is to cement them, to make them be committed. So they believe and continue doing what they are asked to do. But everything is human being making it working. You say, no, it's a spiritual force. If it's a spiritual force, why do you need native doctors? Why do you need any doctor? It's not. Stop spiritualizing what you don't understand. Stop thinking people are after you. Your family member have mental problem. You're supposed to medically or psychologically treat it. You begin to say it's a spiritual thing. Begin to go to prayer houses. Many families have lost their loved ones in prayer houses than in hospital. When you see them dying in hospital, it's because they denied or delayed going there at first when it started. So when they tell you, see, that person died in hospital, science did not work. No, he did not go on time. Was that person doing the annual check they asked him to do? Was he eating what they asked him to be eating? No, he did not care. Then when it gets critical, then they rush him to or her to emergency room, admit him in the hospital. And because the time they're supposed to use to be going to hospital before, they use them going to night vigil, deliverance places, or prayer houses. Now they are at the verge of dying and they will die. And if you see the funny part of it, all those religious hospitals have chapel inside or have chaplain, people that are praying also. Like in Africa, you see some nurses even praying, speaking in tongues over a patient until they die. When the water was at the barefoot, you did not care about it. Now, when it gets to here, then you want science to work for you. You are stupid. And we have such stupid people in families. Failed attempt to make money ritual, result to mental illness, madness. Some people believe that in families. Somebody is having mental problem. Maybe that person travel abroad and start having mental problem, or in the city start having mental problem. They say, oh, he tried to make money. He tried to do money ritual. He failed. It backfired. That's why he's mad. Hmm? Even some of them have dementia. They say, yeah, it's all the evil he has been doing. That's why he haven't died. Some of them have Parkinson. They say, oh, it's the evil. And some of them begin to talk what they don't know because of the disease they have. They say it's confessing. On our bashisha. On our bashisha. In your journey, Lumen. Families living as victims of fate. Nobody is after your life. Nobody is after your progress. Nobody is after your prosperity unless somebody you are owing. Who are you owing? Some of you borrowed from somebody, you had agreement with somebody, and you don't want to fulfill it. Now they're after you. You say enemies of your progress. No, you are the enemy of your life. You are the enemy of your progress. You are the enemy of your prosperity. And when you embrace faith, that's what makes you enemy of your own life, prosperity, and progress. You need to trust faith. It is in such family you see a man carrying the problem of his parents, carrying the problems of his siblings in the name of family. And many of you have accepted it as the right way to live. What have you done for your parents? What have you done for your siblings? What have you done for your people? Are they not the one that gave birth to you? They train you. So because of that, I have to live as their victim. Somebody shared that such a thing on our WhatsApp group, the Woke Nation. You know, a woman that said the pastor pay her to perform. I mean, the pastor promised to pay her, is it 20,000? You know, to perform as a mad woman. And they will claim the pastor hear her. And afterwards, the pastor refused to pay her. So she's crying. She says she got 4 children. She already sent 2 out. And she's living with 2. And those 2 had measles. And she was taking care of them. The pastor did not pay. So she came again to perform madness and claimed that God will hear her for the pastor to at least pay her for the first one she did. I say, see, that's exactly how our parents raised us. They gave birth to many children because they raised them, they have them as slaves. They counting on them, they gamble with them. This one will make it. If this one don't make it, this one will make it. Check the name they give to their children. It will tell you why they have those children. I was a Christian when I have a child. Ask me the name I give to her. Blessing. But I want blessing from God. Blessing, blessing. The blessing is a mere word. Then my mother gave her Miss Oma Jesus. My daughter, she's the one that gave her. I said her name is Blessing Princess. So okay, we need English name and Igbo name. Blessing Miss Oma. Okay. So she said she liked Miss Oma, but no adding God, no adding Jesus there. Miss Oma, which is kindness, right? Our people, we need to wake up. How long will you carry your family problem as a person? Are you the one that give birth to those your parents? Are you the one that give birth to those your siblings? If they are not your children, they are not your sole responsibility. And if you are not their only child, then you are not supposed to be the only one carrying that family burden. Share it. And if you are the only child, why did not your parents establish you? Why did they send you out to go and serve somebody for years? Then, after they settle you, they believe it is God. Wake up. This is part of the corruption in our families we must end. It's in your hand, it's in my hand. We must end it through practical example. I'm doing it. I'm not asking you to do it. I'm waiting to see. No, that's your business. You are the one carrying the burden. Many of us have died carrying that burden. You cannot tell me nobody has grown in your family, and because of what the bills they have to pay, the problem they have to solve, they die before they say you are thinking too much, overthinking, kill him. Especially men. And in Igbo land, especially in Anambra State, firstborn. If you're a firstborn son, I pity you. Somebody sing it. I say, not me. Even when I was a Christian, I told my family, I don't follow all those type of belief. I don't follow that type of tradition. So you see some people now, they get married. Then they expect you to come and be carrying them and their husband and their children where they married. The purpose of marriage is for them to live a better life. But these people think purpose of marriage is for them to just have children. Children they cannot take care of. Then they say you must have it. Oh, they say that I cannot do without family. I say they don't know me. They say I cannot do without family. It's like when I was locked up with family. It's like when I was laying on sick bed, I was laying there with the family. Who say you cannot live without family? If your family is not treating you well, you can live without them. If they have decided to be torn in your flesh, you can remove that thorn. Family is supposed to be adding to your joy, adding to your happiness, adding to your well-being. But when they see you as the one carrying them, you are the staff, they'll be hanging everything on. You will break very soon if you don't let them go. Oh, why are you saying all that? Because I'm not here to paint it, to dress it. No, I'm here to tell you as it is. Then it is in your hand to choose what type of life to live. It is against nature for a man to be carrying family burden. Some of them is a lastborn. The lastborn is the one that make money. Then you see the firstborn, all of them coming to him. He must support, he must bring, he must bring. You people are not disabled. Even if you're disabled, there's way now disabled people work. Disabled people can be speaking also. People make money from speaking. But you heap it on that lastborn because he went abroad and make money, or because he went and served somebody in the city and make money, then he must carry your burden. Every time you hear he's back to the village, boom, you rush to him and begin to lay before him your family problem. You know, I need school fees for my children. I need this to feed my children. Hey! And you are not disabled, but you still go to church, give offering, pay tithe. You still go to church, go to meetings. You don't have problem. When they say our people, I say our people don't have problem. Our people claim problem they don't have. How can you tell me? Imagine somebody using smartphone and telling me to send $10 or $20 to him or her. You are using smartphone. Me send the such money. You don't know me. Unless you're a woman I know I will benefit from. Okay, I will do that. Give me, I give you. Okay, I have money, you have what I want, give me. It's the same, it's transaction, period. Somebody say, have you not seen, that's the lady that came in board, say, have you not seen somebody that gave somebody money to start business without asking anything? I say, show me the person. I will tell you how that person make the money and how stupid that person is. There's reason that person give it to you. And that's why when they don't see what they expected from you, they begin to regret it. They begin to pick fight with you. Look at it. Before somebody, even if it's your brother or your sister, give you money, there's expectation. And when they fail to see that expectation, you will see the reason why they give you that money. But they say, no, just give it to you. So you see somebody online, a man online or a woman online, you ask them for financial assistance. They say, okay, show me yourself. I want to see your naked body. You say, no, no, no. Can't you? Or I want to sleep with you. No, 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 no. Can't you just give? The same thing applies to you. Can't you just fuck? Can't you just do that? Yeah. How many of you calling me devil already? Or pervert? Bullshit. I'm used to all that. Many of you in your family are living in bondage. That bondage is fear of poverty. Some of you believe if you don't treat your parents the way they want, or if you don't treat your siblings the way they want, you will end up being poor. Poverty will come. Or if you don't believe in the God their family members believe, poverty will come. Bad thing will happen to you. It's bullshit. Especially you African, think if those things they believe in Africa works, why people will not still be controlling us till today? Why is it your medicines, your voodoo, whatever you are using is always working against yourselves, not against your oppressors? not against those who put you in that condition. You say, oh, don't do bad thing. If you do bad thing will come to you. But why people did bad thing did not come back to them? Because they don't know what is bad thing. Bad thing is Christianity, bad thing is Islam, bad thing is Judaism, and you are doing that to yourself. You must make it. Then you must break the commandments of God, if you know what that means. Stop believing in spiritual nonsense. That's another thing that makes you living as victim. Believe, every belief, whether it's in spirituality or religion, it makes you live or keep living as a victim. That's living in bondage. Stop gambling with your children. You that is not married yet, you say you want to get married. Before you start having children, remember the condition of your country and make sure you have means of support before you start having children. And if you are living in a place called Africa, stop producing many children. Produce the one you can train. The third part of this is in our marriages. Oh man, this one. Many of them will call me a pervert in this one because what I want to say now. Although one time when I was still a Christian, a prophetess, she created a group and wanted us to talk about it. And I said later we make maybe separate message on this, and I will title it Redemption Porn. Many of you are having boring sex life in your marriage. In this time and age, you are having boring sex life. What type of human being are you? Your parents didn't even have boring sex life, but you are having it now. I will open your eyes so you will see. How can you be living today and you say no porn? You are stupid. You sing redemption song, but you don't want redemption porn. Porn can save you. You say no, it's not. I mean, when I mean save you, help your sex life. Some of you know your husband drink alcohol, right? So they drink certain things that help them perform. So if they can take those chemicals to make them perform, so you don't know that porn can help you perform. It's in fact, porn will make both of you perform better because both of you watching it will help you, get aroused. Then you begin to do certain things you see. You say, why are you saying that? Are you saying porn is wrong? I never said that porn is right. The same way war movie is right. The same way romance movie is right. The same way drama movie is right. The same way comedy movie is right. So you can watch horror movie with your husband and wife. So you can watch war movies with your wife or husband, but you cannot watch porn with them. It's the same thing. People acting, not you. You're watching people acting. It's the same thing with whatever movie you watch. Porn is the same thing. It is people who are telling you, no, you don't watch. Just as they tell you, don't dress like this, don't wear this, don't wear that. Before, religion was against doggy style. I don't know. They said the only sex position acceptable is missionary one. See, missionary, criminals. That's the woman will lay on her back, the man climb on top of her. Not maybe you know how we rock it. We try to go east, west, north, and south. Okay, man. Then we go deeper. We try to like when I was growing up. Not now I'm old, but when I was growing up, it used to be our bragging right. We want to make the woman cry. And we feel great, not that we make them cry bad, at least make them satisfied. That's what I we want to satisfy that woman that she will always want it. So you no longer be spending much time talking about it. What are you watching together as married people, as husband and wife? What are you watching together? If you are watching any type of movie together or any type of TV show together, but you are against watching porn together, you are stupid. I'm calling on you now to redeem your sex life. Even if they say, oh, you're having sexual erectile dysfunction, porn can help you. When you see them doing it, your blood will keep pumping while you are fucking your wife or your girlfriend. I said it. They may block me, but I don't care. But think about it. I remember when I was in theological school, in Grace Theological Seminary, Oba. So the lecturer came in one morning. Then he asked us a question. He said, if you go for missionary work, your wife did not go with you, will you masturbate or sleep around? That's the end of the class. Argument everywhere. Ministers now, people going to theological school, they are ministers, so they begin to argue. No, 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 it's sin, it's evil. No, how can you do that? Ah, yeah. You telling me I should marry somebody I don't actually like to marry, or it's not the type of person I don't want to spend my life with, but I will marry her because I need somebody to be having sex with? No, that's the worst mistake you ever make. It's better you're masturbating than stay in such relationship. Keep masturbating. When you see somebody to fuck, you fuck and continue until you see the person you can spend, the person that have understanding. Imagine marrying somebody that don't want to watch porn, but you like watching porn. See how boring that sex would be. That's why you see that man looking outside. When she sees the way some lady dress, say, I think this one dressed like some of them in porn. She may know how to perform. Let me go. My wife don't do. The wife will go to the other corner, start going to church. Whatever that is making my husband not to pay attention to me, not to be stay at home, I bind you, I cast you. No, you are the one. You are the demon that is driving your husband away. I was working with a one man. He's a nurse. He said that his wife, they divorced. I said, why do you divorce? He said, I want to have anal sex with the wife. The wife said no. He want to send her to her. That's how they divorce. Simple thing. Somebody say, oh, I want to travel abroad. Can you help me? Blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. If a man asks to sleep with you so that he will help you to travel, will you do that? She said no. I said, then you are not ready to travel. Are you a virgin? She said no. I said, see how stupid you are. The person that you are sleeping with will not help you to travel. But you meet somebody, say, let that person help you. It's okay. I will have sex with you to help you. You say no, it will never happen. But you're not a virgin. And the person you are with is not even your husband. You are stupid. And many of you are like that. Then when we have some stupid men that will still help you to travel that abroad, then you kick them out and bring their boyfriend or marry whoever you want, and they'll be regretting it. Men, wake up. Women also wake up, because there are some women travel from America to marry them from Africa and in Africa and bring them to America. They came here and treat the woman like bullshit. It's like business. But what am I saying? In your marriage, remember, marriage is slavery. The man is the master. The woman is the slave. You say it's not true. That's their business. But check the history. Check the origin of marriage. It's not African. It's Western stuff. That's why they give you that ring. That's the ring of ownership. That's sign, symbol of ownership. I own you. They say, no, the man belongs to you. No, it's not true. It's now they are changing it. No, he's the man over you. He must rule over you. Let me ask you a question. Will you rather masturbate than sleep around when your wife or husband is not around? Whatever your answer, keep it to yourself. But I want you to ignite that sex fire again in your marriage. You know how you used to fuck before you get married? Yes, the body of the woman must change. It's a natural thing. But there's another way to go about it. Yes, the more they mature, the grip will no longer be there, but there's a way. You can tell her to move her body. She can do that. She can start learning all that. She can learn it from porn. You can teach it. You can teach her that. You have slept some people that have better sex, know how to do better sex than your wife. Then teach it to your wife. Teach it to your wife. That is sharing knowledge. You have that knowledge already. There are many porn in your head, especially men. Some men don't need porn to perform because they have many porn in their head. When they're fucking their wife, they're thinking about that one they fucked before. That is natural. But they will not tell you the truth. I keep saying it. Men don't say the truth. Just as some of them suffering domestic violence, but they will not say it. But their wife is tormenting their life. Wake up. In your marriage, remember, both of you come together for better, not for worse. Both of you come together. It's like in business. When you see two people that come to start a business, they come there for them to make profit, not for them to be losing. No. Yeah. People are complaining about the pictures I use. I like one guy. One guy, he's sending me, porn clips on inbox. I say, yeah, it's good. Then I will share it later. One woman sent me, I think it's in South Africa. She says she's doing porn. She want me to join all that. Okay, I say she don't know who he's talking to. Mhm. But you know why I'm using those pictures? Because that's what they get attention of our people. Although they claim to be holy, especially those women, they are not virginal. They claim to be holy. You see them singing, Jehovah carry me, go to my husband's house. Queen Jehovah will carry you, go to your husband's house. Idiot. When you believe Jesus is your best friend, Jesus is your this year. You don't know one word you say will drive that man away. Oh, before you do, let us pray. You are in trouble. If you marry such woman, you're already in trouble. Because you begin to see all the evil spirits in your village against you. You may even, oh, we're not going to our village until so, until we pray, until we fast, until we do this. In your marriage, both of you are in charge. I never married my wife as marriage order states. And till today, I don't treat her like that. My ex had that problem. That's why I divorced her. But this one now, she's great. Uh, I will not divorce her. I will never divorce this one. Unless she decides, if she's that tomorrow we divorce, or she decides to go contrary to my way, okay, no fight. Go your way. I don't support you hitting any woman unless she come to hit you. I don't support you divorcing any woman unless she don't want to continue with you. Don't force any relationship. Don't force any marriage, no matter what it costs you. And that's why when they establish marriage as our people, you see, they make you go through a lot of things so that you will not think divorce, both man and the woman. So you will not think divorce. You behave yourself. But we call it family, African family structure, not marriage, because marriage is between a man and a woman. But in African family structure, it is between family and family. And you can connect with many family as you want. See? In closing, fear of God makes one a victim. Fear of God. If God exists, there will be no need for you to fear God. You're supposed to know God. You're not supposed to believe in God. You're supposed to know God. See God. If God exists. They say, can you see the air? Yes. Can you see oxygen? Yes. Can you see your brain? Yes. I can see them. If they are real, I can see them. It's not everything that is real you can see. Who tell you that? Then how can you say it's real when nobody has seen it? If no one has seen it at any time, it's not real. And they told you no one has seen God at any time. And yet you still want me to argue with you. Fear of God makes people to suffer unnecessarily. You see them suffering unnecessarily in fear of offending God and attracting cause, punishment, wrath, hellfire. At last, suffering unnecessarily. Look at our communities. Look at our families. Look at our marriages. You see how people are suffering unnecessarily. There's no need for married people to suffer. There's no need unless they don't use their hair. Before I get married, I said we must stay 5 years before talking about for having child. I was a minister of the gospel, so you don't say, oh, because it's in America. No, ask my people. My parents had 9 children, 9, and I know how we were brought up in poverty, in poverty. So, like if anyone or my mother, especially my mother, if she bring us like, remember what we suffer, I say, listen, I paid all my dues. When my mates are sleeping, I was waking up 4 a.m. in Machawa, Gananjin, doing all that because my parents born and raised me in poverty. And you are telling me now to live in bondage now, like they trained me as they're supposed to. No, I suffered. My body is full of scars. That's why when my mates are still in elementary school, I have decided to be a millionaire no matter what. Even if it's entering secret court or joining criminals, I want to make money. I hate poverty. So why are you having children in poverty? You can decide to be pulling off or use condom or there are many means for you not to do. But me, when I was a minister, I have strong faith. When I haven't said, I said, she will not conceive. She will not conceive. And the day she conceived, I told her, did we wait till that 5 years? I said, no, because after 2 or 3 years, she said, people are saying, my mother said, what is happening? Are you a barren house? I'm bushy like this. And so by that time, I'm controlling the shop or the business belonging to Comestar, Jalaba International. So I was making money. When I mean money, no, you know what it means to, I don't, I now am a rice. I buy bag of rice, the yam, the one Aboki carry, fish, dry fish, the one Aboki carry, everything in bulk. She was working, I was working. And our salary that time was 10,000. But with the money I make, imagine I'm paying tithe every Sunday, like I'm paying 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira as tithe. You know how much it means I made. But my salary in a month is 10,000. But every Sunday I pay 10,000 tithe in a church. When I'm talking to you, I'm talking out of experience also. There's nothing you are experiencing today that I have not experienced before. And I cannot ask you to do what I have not done or what I cannot do or what I'm not doing. I will never say that. That's why some of you think I am a hypocrite, because you are hypocrite. You say what you have not done or what you cannot do or what you are not doing and want others to be doing it. Are you watching porn? Of course. I sleep really good. Say, what are you thinking? The same thing you are thinking that keep you sleepless nights. Onye nwa gị ga-egwere ndị nwa ga-were wee kwado ngịga na bullshit. Wake up, my people. Faith makes you victim. Knowledge makes you victors. Africans, trash faith, trash spirituality, trash religion. Let us embrace knowledge. Let us know that we are the one that is doing it. It's not our ancestors somewhere. It's not any spirit somewhere. No, we are the one doing it. That's how we can couple what we have. That's how we can couple our ideas. That's how we can bring our ideas into reality. Come, let us make. Come, let us build. Come, let us do this. Let us free ourselves. Imagine today people are crying because of the high inflation. Because people are no longer making food for themselves. They are chasing money, everybody chasing money. Because that's the purpose of creating money. Why people created the money for control. So now they control the prices. Yesterday, I filled my daughter's tank with $55. The same car I used to fill with $30. Remember, she's my daughter, right? So she's in Mexico now having fun with her friends. So she left her car with me, said, Daddy, drive the car and tell me, I see the gas is almost empty. I went to gas station, fill it up, cash, boom, 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 $55. Fill that tank. I told her, I fill your tank with $55 and I also change your front tire. It's okay, I will sell you the money. I said, don't do that. How I wish your God will treat you the same way I treat my daughter. Although she's making her own money. But your God will want you to cry. Your ancestors will want you to cry before they do anything for you. They don't exist. You are the ancestors you are talking about. So when you are praying to yourself. So after praying to yourself, that's why you get up to go and walk. So if you still have to get up and go and walk, don't you see that prayer is useless? Stop praying. Stop being stupid. Knowledge makes you a victor. It is faith. You cannot be a believer, claim to be a winner. You cannot be living by faith and say you are a winner. Look at those in Winners Chapel and see how slaves they are. See how stupid they are. They believe in blood of Jesus, washing of feet, all that bullshit people do. They spend more time in church than for their family, to their family. Look at them. Every believer in God is a slave. Every believer in God is a victim. None exempted. All of them. No matter who they are. People of faith lack knowledge. The woke nation have knowledge. And that's why the truth is prevailing. Our people are waking up. I made a post. One guy commented on it. He said, a fool said there is God. So I misread it. I did not understand. I thought it was a Christian who wrote a fool said there is no God. I commented on that post and unfriended him. Then I went back to read the comment. I found out, no, this guy said that fool said there is God. You know, then I sent friend request again to him. Then he accepted it. And I've been liking his posts since then. Yeah, he said he's no longer religious. And he showed it by what he posts. You see what I just did? That's what knowledge does. Knowledge, they tell you in the Bible that knowledge puffs up. It's not true. The reason why they tell you knowledge puffs up is because it makes you question their belief. It makes you not follow their nonsense. So you are puffed up. That's what they accuse us of. You see, who are you? Carrying yourself up. You go above your creator. You are insulting your creator. Bullshit. Then some of them we said, I feel you are suffering. I don't know how God offended you, but I feel you don't feel shame. You don't feel shame. A woman said to me, "Oh, I want you have to be happy for me because she graduated from school, so now she's like a doctor." I say, "No, I don't want to be happy for you. I want to be happy with you." I cannot. It's like somebody telling you, I feel your pain. No, you cannot. I cannot feel your pain. You cannot feel my pain. Unless you hit me. I hit you. Then we feel pain. So I don't want to be happy for you. I want to be happy with you. I want us to be growing in knowledge, spreading the knowledge of factual truth. That's how our people will come from victims of faith to victors in knowledge. Knowledge is what we need. You cannot make anything without knowledge. Do you know what religion calls sex? Sex between a man and a woman. They call it carnal knowledge. Think. For you even to have a baby, it's knowledge. You have to know the man and woman have to know each other. So sweet. But it depends sometimes. Okay? So, my people, let us stop worshiping God or acknowledging any God. There's no God. There's no goddess but us. We are human beings. We are not spiritual. We are not religious. We are natural. That's it. There's nothing spiritual about nature, and there's nothing religious about nature but knowledge. Knowledge is spring. When you have knowledge, you have power. And when you have power, you will not be a slave. But if you refuse to use that power, you'll be a slave. When you go to prayers, when you go to church, you are surrendering your power. And that's why they take advantage of you, robbing you of your time, money, and presence. You can put a stop to it today, say, no more. Enough is enough. And so shall it be. Your will must be done. God